Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show from the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. But under this banner, it's September to Remember. A 1 hour, the 3 hour extravaganza. Dynamite Collision Wrestling 1 September to Remember. Look at this right here. The world title, contract signing between Hangman Page versus Kyle Fletcher. Help me at All Out. They don't have their contract to make it official. Finalized deal for their official World Championship match. We'll get that coming up. Well, Roger Strong taking on John Moxley. But Roger Strong has eyes for his own wife. You can't blame him for his wife. Yeah, that's going to be the picture. Also, to the Beast Morton takes on Mascara Galante. Eliminated for the championship match. There is Queen Amamala taking on Tequila. One-on-one match as well. D-Hope taking on another girl. Lashley taking on Ted. They'll hit the Women's World Champion, Tony Storm, and Edge and Christian will have their face to face with FTR coming up as well. So we're going to see a lot of matches right here. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get the Pro Wrestling Show started. The AEW Dynamite Ring Report right here, right now on the Pro Wrestling Show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kenny Dix here. Glad you can join us on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and share. Tell a friend. Follow a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's just started with this. The World Championship contract signing. As you see right here, Kyle Fletcher will meet a Hangman Adam Page. And let's look at it one more time here. This is the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. And you see right here, Kyle Fletcher calling out Hangman Page. Kyle Fletcher feels like he's ready and he's aimed to be the next AEW champion. Kyle Fletcher saying that this is his moment, this is his time. Could it be his time or his moment? We will see. But Kyle Fletcher saying that this is his time and moment. Hangman Page issued that hey, Kyle may be ready. He wants to see and test Kyle's readiness and see Kyle Fletcher is up to the task. Kyle Fletcher gonna have his work cut out for him Saturday when he goes against Hangman Page. Hangman saying that he wants to see if Kyle Fletcher is gonna be the next gen to lead AEW into the future. The time is right. So we'll see if that be the breaking point of the case and stuff like that. So we can tell right there that we'll see as well. But hey man, showing that hey, he's gonna take Kyle Fletcher, the Protostar to the limit. And with Don Callis and stuff like that, will be in the way. We'll tell you a little bit later. Kyle Fletcher did do something by attacking Hangman at the end of the show, holding up his TNT championship belt as well as the world championship. Kyle's already sending that notion that he wants to be the man in AEW, but he has to go through this man, Hangman Page, to get the job done. Will he do so? We'll have to wait and see and find out. Well, in one match right here, we see Roderick Strong took on John Moxley. John Moxley holding Roderick Strong with that chokehold right there, leading Roderick to tap out. Roderick was so enamored with Marina, his own wife, Roderick Strong and Mina. You can tell right there the chemistry right there, and they got a son together. So the son looks more like Roderick Strong, does. So you can tell, but Roderick Strong with that situation and stuff like that, really that way. But he got distracted by his own wife, leading John Moxley to get the victory with that captain's hook. And did so tonight as we did. Well, Edge and Christian looking for a fight. They're gonna reunite at All Out. Edge and Christian will reunite and take on the team of FTR. And Edge and Christian had some choice words for FTR. They really did not hold back one bit. FTR just a shell of a tag team with Edge and Christian were doing more stuff than FTR wish they was doing. That led to a lot of problems and stuff like that. And, it led to a fight breaking out between the four teams. We're gonna see which team will get the win of the with Edge and Christian, this legendary tag team, do what they have to do. That's the question that everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know. So we'll see. Well, Bobby Lashley won his match over Tay Leone, but Megan Leone passed out with the hurt lock, the full Nelson submission. But the shocker surprise was MVP fighting with his three-piece suit on. And he did. He fought with his three-piece suit on and used the cane. And I mean, used the cane, all right. He hit Ricochet with the cane. MVP using his tactics as a manager, and MVP leading the way that him and the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin will take down Ricochet and his team of the Gates and Agony, Khan and Tayola. Khan got super kicked by Shelton Benjamin, and you can tell the big two bulls, Tayola and Bobby Lashley were middle of the ring, but Bobby Lashley won. But MVP, gotta watch him. He used that cane tonight, and he played a huge role in tonight. And would there be a difference coming up? All out, we'll see coming up. As well as this right here, the Young Bucks were in action. The Young Bucks were in action. The Young Bucks defeated the team. I think who they was going against the Bucks, but they got their interest back. I think the Young Bucks went against the Guns, and the Young Bucks won over the Guns tonight. So the Young Bucks pulling the victory over the Guns and stuff like that. There's still more issues and more problems going on with Luchasaurus and and Kip Sabian. They can't come together as a team. There's lack of miscommunications going on, and they tell like Luchasaurus is going to return on Kip Sabian sooner rather than later. And Kip Sabian is going to have to realize that Luchasaurus ain't nothing to play with. I'm telling you right now, that's what it's going to be like. So you got to watch his back. You Mother Wayne can't save him. Well, right here, what's her name? Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Tony Storm all going to be fighting for the Women's World Championship this Sunday, including with Tekla. But these women had to put their issues aside, but they couldn't put their issues aside. Tony Storm was watching from a commentary position, and you see Jamie Tekla won her match tonight. Tekla only create some group or something. I'm hearing that Mercedes Moné could be the leader of the group coming forward. Speaking of Mercedes took down Riho, making Riho pay. I don't know why Mercedes Moné did what she did, but she did, leaving Riho down. Riho, the former AEW Women's Champion, Riho, like Jim Cornette like to say, Riho. With that situation, but Mercedes Moné got her work cut out for her. Well, speaking of that, you see a lot of tag teams that are going to be competing. Young Bucks, Brody King, and Bandito will probably defend the world tag team titles against this team, the young rising team of Jet Speed, Mike Bailey, and Kevin Knight. So you're seeing a lot of teams going forward. Also, too, Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan interviewed Darby Allin, gave Darby Allin the idea. I hope it ain't really wicked and cruel. Darby will take those ideas and he'll do it. He'll do it for himself. He don't want Darby to do nothing crazy because Darby is known to be the daredevil of AEW. He like to take high risk things. So we'll see what Brian told Darby to do. Speaking of that,
the AEW Unified Championship. As you see, Taker Kosha, um, what's his name? Um, Okada, and this dude in the mask. They're gonna be wrestling for a three-way match in Toronto. It's gonna be kind of hard. The AEW is gonna not want to compete against WWE, and they know they ain't got the competition and stuff like that. Some of the matches are not. They're good bell to bell matches, but the matches compared to WWE's card with WrestlePalooza, it's gonna be really off the chain. Like we said, don't forget we're gonna have a predict the outcome Saturday morning for AEW All Out. Look for that coming your way, as well as a review, perhaps that week, perhaps that before WrestlePalooza, and they're gonna have the WrestlePalooza predict the outcome as well. So we're gonna be nonstop all Saturday with predict the outcomes for All Out and WrestlePalooza, as well as reviews as well, immediately following those shows. So look forward to seeing that as well. Well, I guess we're gonna do it for the and we told you earlier. Kyle Fletcher holding both belts, the TNT title was technically holding the trash can. Kyle Fletcher holding both TNT and AEW titles and stuff as well. All right, now we get to this. Don't forget as well. Shabala versus Garcia one more time. Saturday night tailgate. So there's gonna be 1 p.m. Saturday night tailgate brawl all out. So I guess they're gonna have the pre-show on your way this Saturday for the T for all out pre-show as well. All right, that ends the AEW ring report. Let's move on to wrestling hot topics. On wrestling hot topics, like we said, don't forget WrestlePalooza coming your way this Saturday evening. As you can see right here, WWE has a custom-made WWE Championship belt with WrestlePalooza on it. WrestlePalooza coming your way in Indianapolis. Let's see WrestlePalooza with a custom-made WWE Championship belt. So they're trying to sprucing it up for you real nice and slow. Well, we know that Stephanie Vakir will be on WrestlePalooza, and a lot of people are wearing what's your favorite thing about wrestling? And people saying Stephanie Vakir with her her buttocks and stuff like that, her bosoms. Stephanie McHugh making a play as well for WrestlePalooza. And like we said, we're gonna have that WrestlePalooza predict the outcome as well as the review this Saturday, as well as all out the pre-show. Well, the review predict the outcome as well the pre-show. So we're gonna have two predict the outcomes as well as two reviews. So looking forward to seeing that as well coming your way. And like we said, this was kind of so. It was kind of like a dead go home show for AEW for the show. So we'll see if they'll make it up coming up all out. See what the matches that they had. But the only match that I was more excited for throughout the whole entire match was this match: Bobby Lashley versus Tay Leon with Shelton Benjamin and MVP in his corner. Tay Leon had Khan and Ricochet in his corner, but that was kind of more exciting to me. So I can't farm for him, but that was to me that. Well, we get to this right here. Who was the superstar of the week? It had go other than Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher sending a message that he wants to be next in line to be the next AEW World Heavyweight Champion. In order to do so, Fletcher has to go through this man right here, Hangman Adam Page, to get the job done. Can he do it? Only time will tell. So, for me being Kendrick Dix, saying so long, I'm going to leave you with Kyle Fletcher, the prototype, holding both belts. Be in possession of both championships, be the proprietor. We just have to wait and see. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report for September to the 11th. To remember here on the Pro Wrestling Show.